Well, Steve, we have had a string of beautiful sunsets one night after the next.
And tonight
so nice.
was spectacular. 8:10, look at what our tower cam caught. These pictures came in. Absolutely, you can actually see the rays shooting out from the sun as it was setting out over the bay.
Oh,
there you
there
go.
we
Now
go.
look at that. It does not get much prettier than that. Another award-winning sunset across the Suncoast. Currently at the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport, the current temperature is cooled off to 78 degrees. Our dew point 75 and the humidity 90%. There's an east-southeasterly wind blowing at 7 miles an hour, and our high today and last night's low both pretty much on the mark, being close to normal. Within 1 degree on both counts. Last night's low record was 64, set back in 1923. High temperatures across the state today. Panama City 91. In fact, if you look all over the state, pretty much in the upper 80s to low 90s across the Suncoast, while it was warmer in Highlands County, in the low 90s there, 92 at Lake Placid and Sebring. Because of the storms that developed and the outflow, they actually had a cooler evening in the interior than we did right along the immediate coast. Take a look at radar. We had a lot of storms earlier, but right now we're not seeing any until you get to the Atlantic coast. And this is the pattern that we've seen all week, or at least since Monday. The storms form right along the coast and then move across the state and push off into the Atlantic by evening. It's because of that strong Bermuda high that's stretching right over Florida. It's controlling our weather pattern. It'll stay that way for the next few days. High temperatures right now at this hour, it's 81 at Kansas City, 88 at Dallas. It was over 100 degrees in many spots right in the heartland. That's fueling some storms, especially up in Nebraska and parts of the Chicago metropolitan area. In fact, let's zoom in up there. You can see a lot of storms coming that moved over southern Minnesota earlier today, now brushing the Chicagoland area. Locally, hail has been reported in some spots, and this yellow area here is the severe thunderstorm watch area that extends back into Iowa, parts of Iowa, which has also had some strong storms earlier tonight. And back in Nebraska for about 4 hours, this little stretch in the northern part of the state has seen a lot of strong storms. And there may be some more tomorrow, but a little further to the northeast. Our tropical weather outlook. Things are calming down right across the tropics, especially in the Atlantic where we have an easterly wave. We've looked at this for several days, but this is probably the last time I'll talk about it because it's moving into the middle Atlantic and really has no chance of developing at this point. Remnants of Tropical Storm Dawn moving along the northern coast of South America, washing out around Bonaire and Curacao. Nothing much left of that. If we zoom back and look at the Caribbean, the rest of it, and the Gulf of Mexico, still quiet and probably will remain that way as far in the future as our computer models can show us. The Pacific's a different story, though. We've had a former Category 4 Hurricane Fernanda that is now weakening a little bit as it's encountering cooler water moving toward Hawaii. This is Tropical Storm Greg. We could have Tropical Storm Hillary form either here or here, but we're going to get named storms popping up out there for the next probably week or so. Now, here is the future cast that takes us through the night. The clouds have moved on to the east of us. We'll be fair to partly cloudy. More storms in the morning, blowing across the state, bunching up along the Atlantic coast tomorrow afternoon. That's tomorrow. Now looks Friday. Same thing happens. Storms bunching up on the Atlantic coast by late in the day. If you're going out on our Gulf of Mexico or bay waters, should be beautiful. If you don't encounter any thunderstorms, winds will be mild. Smooth waters on the bay because of the lack of wind. The Gulf water temperatures cooled off a little bit to 87. It was about 89 about a week ago. The air temperature at the beach tomorrow 89 as well with the UV index 11. My forecast for tonight calls for partly cloudy skies. Should be a really nice evening. 76 the overnight lows with calm winds. And tomorrow it's going to be another hot, humid day. The heat index about 101 with a few storms in the area, not only in the morning, but in the afternoon and evening as well. Good chance of them. Here's your 7-day outlook. Shows that 40% chance lasts right on through the weekend. However, Monday and Tuesday, that chance could go down just a little bit. Haley, hope we don't hear that rattle of thunder at 5 a.m. again like we did this morning.